Hi guys, today I'm gonna show you how to use a case statement in SQL. Case statement is the same what we have if else statement in Excel or VBA editor. I hope you all are familiar with the if else statement. The same way in SQL case statement works. Meaning if you are going to write a query based on the condition you want to be your result, then you're gonna specify more than one conditions. Based on the condition, if your condition gets satisfied, or you can say if you met your condition, then you will have a true value what you expect. Otherwise or else value. Now I gonna show you the same case statement how gonna use in my SQL query in a SQL environment. I will show you 3 4 common example so that you can understand the way I gonna writing, or you can understand the concept which I took for having the query like this. Here I have opened my PC admin which is useful for a PostgreSQL. I will show you in two different IDEs so that you will be familiar with the different IDEs altogether from the beginning. Now I have my PG admin open. It is used for it is platform for a PostgreSQL. And now I have for 5 tables already been created and I have already few records into it. Now I'm gonna use an employee table in this case. And while writing a query, I will apply a case statement so that I will have my result based on the condition, not only condition, more than one condition I'm gonna apply to have a result. Let's see what does this mean. Now we have a imply. Now let's see first that what are the records do we have in employee table. So let's start from employee. Now you run first. You have 5 columns of tables and there are 7 records into it. Now what I want all 5 columns with having the all records, 7 records, along with one column I gonna add where I gonna specify if salary greater than 30,000, the employee would be a high salary employee. If salary lie between 15,000, greater than 15,000 and less than 30,000, those employee would be a average salary employee. Otherwise, poor salary employee. I gonna specify with additional new column. So how do we gonna use this? So let's start. Select, and you know everything I gonna pick up. So this is my query along with I'm going to pick up, or I'm going to add one new column so that I gonna specify what kind of salary each and every employee have. So here I'm gonna use a case statement where case case when salary salary is greater than 30,000, then then higher salary. When salary is greater than 15,000 and salary less than 30,000, then average salary. Else poor salary. And as I am giving a column header as salary category from employee. Here I have written select star from employee along with going to add a new column where I have applied more than one conditions here. When salary greater than 30,000, we have a higher salary against those employees. When salary is greater than 15,000 and less than 30,000, then we have average salary against those employees. Otherwise, I have poor salary against those employees which has now left with. And I am giving the column header as a salary category. Now let's run this. Now you can see 5 records we have already in salary table, employee table, and I have added one more record here, salary category. This is my table header. Here I have defined a condition. Based on the condition we have received my result. Because 33,000 is greater than 30,000, I received as a higher salary. When I have salary greater than 15 and less than 30, this one as average salary. And the rest of the salary is categorized as the poor salary. So use of case you can see here what we have done. Now I have written this way. Now I am going to show the same query and the same result will written in an other alternate way. In my first query, you have seen every time I have written salary, 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 this kind of stuff. But I don't want to be write salary as a repeated time. Then what should I do? I just define salary as a case salary. Now don't write this one. Now remove this one. Now remove this one. Else this. But in this case, we are using a comparison operator here. So might it will not work. But in the text sentences, it work perfectly. But let's see, because I am using here comparison operator. So you gonna use here salary. You have to define here a column name. That's why now you're gonna run this one by selecting this. Just delete this one. Might be doing some case salary when okay, I have not given here greater than so that's why you have to write salary. So overall you can say the first option is working perfectly with these types of condition because you are using here a comparison operator. Let let's see, I wanna show you another example for case statement. In this case, I'm gonna use a course table. So let's see first what do we have in course table from course. See, we have 13 records, course ID and subject name. Or can we check what do we have in student table? Students table. Here I have around 500 of the course. So let's play with this student table. Now I'm going to write a query with the case statement. Select first name, last name, gender, DOB from im- student table. Here I'm gonna use here additionally case statement. Case age. Case case statement. Case when age is greater than 6 and age is less than 15, greater than 10 and less than 15, then it would be a teenager. Again, when age is greater than 15 age and age less than 25, less than 25, I am giving name as young. When age is greater than 45 or 25, then I am giving as adult. Else, else the child or old. And here you have to write and because your case statement gonna end here. I have written this statement. Now let's run this. Teenager case is greater than this and age is this, then teenager. Okay. When greater than 15 and less than 25, then young. Okay, I have not written here then. That's why error comes in. Here I have written then. Now let's run this. Now you can see here. I have 6 columns using case statement and I have the same here as per I have defined my case. These all are either child or old. These might be their age would be either less than greater than either less than 10 or greater than 20 or greater than 25. Here I can also use one more condition is less than 45 then. Now you can also write find or pick your age column also so that you can see directly and compare. Now let's see. We have age 6, 7, which is less than 10. I have defined here starting 10. So below 10 or greater than 45, all would be either child or old. Now you can drag it below. You can see the difference. So no one is greater than 10. It start from 6 to 10 years only. So I gonna write here if greater than 6 years and 7, then I gonna teenager is just for a demo session. But it is not actually uh, in between a 6, 7 years would we call teenager. But for the demo session you can see because I have not a sufficient data of which describing the age which makes a perfect what a teenager, young and adult uh, age are described as per the default. So I'm just going to use for your demo session so that you can understand what they are. Now, I'm not going to use in between there. Here I am going to use equal, meaning when age equal 8, then it would be young. When age is greater than 8 and less than 9, it would be a adult, otherwise this. Now let's run this one. Now we have Now we have 6, 7, 8 years of age, young, you can see here, 9, 10 is all. So I'm going to have a 10 here. You can make as per your requirement. So far you have seen the two example in PostgreSQL. Now I'm gonna show you the same case statement in SSMS. Now let's open a new query window. I'm gonna select demo database because I have a all orders table in my demo database. Now I'm gonna use a different table what we have used last time in pgadmin. Here I'm gonna check start from orders table. Here we have around 65,000 of records. Now here we have sales amount, quantity, profit like this. Now what I want to going to apply a case statement over quantity. So let's select not select every column because there is a very wide table we have here. We're gonna select a few records. So select select category, which is this one, and now subcategory, which is this one. Now going to use a case statement when case statement when quantity is greater than 5 or quantity greater than 10, then higher quantity. When quantity quantity quantity, and here I have the quantity, yes, is is quantity and quantity is less than 20. When quantity greater than 10 and quantity less than 20 is a higher quantity. when quantity is less than 5 and quantity, or you can say the greater than 5 or less than 10, then average quantity, average quantity sold. Else poor quantity. Now going to end this case and giving a column name as quantity category. From which table? From orders table. Now I have defined here, but you can see here, you can write like this because there is a hyphen in between. So you're gonna write like this. Otherwise give you error. Here I have quantity. When quantity is greater than 10 and quantity is less than 20, then I am giving its name is high quantity, and in this case I am giving a low average quantity, and otherwise I am giving a poor quantity and making end of this case statement and giving a column header as a quantity category from the others. Now let's run this. Now you can see I have not picked a quantity order, so you can pick here quantity also. Now let's run this. You can have below answer. You can see 4 is a poor quantity because 4 is comes under this condition. 7 comes under in between 5 and 10. So we have average quantity for this quantity order. So in this way we have used a case statement. Now I'm going to use in a different way. Now what I want in different way. So I'm going to use only a string type of cut column in this case. So just copy and paste here. Now delete all these. Here I'm gonna define category and subcategory. Now I'm gonna use case statement here. Case statement. Case statement, and I'm going to here to use a subcategory. Subcategory for the case statement. Meaning the same subcategory I'm gonna use here. But this time I'm gonna define with the case word. Last time I have not used here. I'm just defining quantity in the with the main word, but I'm using now a case word subcategory. Now I'm gonna write when subcategory is my phone. When phone, then my subcat what would be the subcategory? So I want as electronic. Now when my subcategory would be bookcases, then I gonna use stationary. When my subcategory is a binders, then I am giving its name as furniture. Now I'm going to end of this case statement as category cate- category of subcategory from which table? From orders table. Now I'm going to pick two columns. Category category. Now I'm going to pick category and subcategory. Along with a column I'm gonna define for the case statement so that whatever condition be met and what would be the result for having a condition will get the result in the additional column. So I have used here subcategory, meaning whatever subcategory is. If subcategory is phones, then result would be electronics. When bookcases, then stationery, then binders, then furnitures. So these are the I have defined here name like this. Now run this one. In this way I have a result. This time I have used subcategory as once. Here I have used quantity a repeated time wherever I required, but I required every time. But I have defined here subcategory at once so that this can apply with every conditions. Meaning if subcategory is phone, if subcategory is bookcases, in every sentence we need this one, like what we have written quantity here. But I have defined here so that no need to write every time. But this doesn't mean this do not include subcategory. It's include automatically by defining subcategories here because these are the text conditions I have used here. And here I have used a number types of condition. And last you have seen I have used a number types of condition. That's why I gonna use every time for the case statement. In this case, I have to use every type of number quantity case statement condition. That's why I have used every repeated time. But in this case, I have not used repeated time because this query is all about the text conditions. So whenever you have a number condition, then you gonna apply in this way. Otherwise, you have a text types of condition, then you gonna use in this way. It will work perfectly. Now you can see the result. Whatever the condition is made, it give you answer. Otherwise, it gives you nulls because I have not defined here else condition. Here is else. If I gonna define here else, else just write nothing. That's it. Now it's run. Now you can see no null is here. All null replaced by nothing because I have defined here else condition. So in this way you gonna use case statement in SQL. Let's stay for more videos. So don't forget to subscribe this channel so that you will be ready for having a notification once a new video get uploaded on this channel. Thanks for watching.